Let's talk about time travel movies, particularly the genre of time loops, how to overcome them, what are the rules and context surrounding time loop mechanics, and similarities and differences on how to add these principles in real life somehow. Now, I want to take a look at a few of my favorite time loop related media, particularly Steins Gate, an anime, and Tom Cruise's Edge of Tomorrow. Time loops, which are all about being trapped in a loop in time due to some event or action the protagonist is involved in, and in order to end the time loop, which can either be self-inflicted or external in some weird ways, and these time loops require the protagonist to complete a series of actions, but sometimes, like in Edge of Tomorrow, it's those very actions the protagonist takes that perpetuate the loop itself, even though the actions may have good intentions behind them. Now, what do I mean? Let's take a look at Steins Gate. Okarun and the gang discover how to send messages back in time via their microwave time machine, which ends up messing up a few things, alright? And then all of a sudden, they can time travel back in time by sending their conscience back in time, and he tries to save his childhood friend again and again, but she keeps dying, and he keeps trying to intervene, leaving himself in this self-inflicted time loop. And every time he intervenes, she dies in a more tragic way. And eventually, soon enough, it breaks him. Now, he does succeed at some point, but it usually comes at the cost of another close friend's death, which leads to another traumatizing time loop to deal with. And in order to overcome these loops, you either gotta let what happens happen, die, or find some other weird, odd way, and some never really do. They just start the journey all over again. Now, Edge of Tomorrow, for example, Tom Cruise gets trapped in his time loop caused by this alien he bumped into on the battlefield, so he has to figure out, him and this lady, how to overcome this time loop that he is stuck in. So, question is, how do you win against a time loop? Let's start here. The Bible book of Numbers 14 verse 34 says something very interesting. For 40 years, 1 year for each of the 40 days, you explored the land. You will suffer for your sins and know what it is like to have me against. So what answer does this passage give us? What does it have to do with loops? Here's the answer. To overcome a time loop, you gotta die. Sort of, or rather, something in the entire situation has to cease in order for the time loop to end. Though it's never obvious from the beginning, but something or someone integral to this whole mess usually has to be destroyed. The microwave. Now, how does Edge of Tomorrow handle this? Edge of Tomorrow treats it the same. Actually, every important character dies in order for Tom Cruise to destroy this Omega alien pod thing and unknowingly reset everything. So in order to overcome a time loop, here's the answer. Find and destroy the problem. It will most likely reset everything somehow. Observation log 5 complete.